Mr. President. This intimidation, manipulation doesn't start and end within the triangle called Cameroon. They've attempted not just to extend it to Nigeria, but even in the United States. And by some intimidative tactics, criminals or some people within the United States have been manipulated. We have a satellite that everybody knows who constantly goes to Cameroon to take money and to claim cases in America. He is directly attacking even the individuals within the government. As we speak, no so-called frontline leaders in the diaspora is speaking. Some have suggested that especially Chris Ano has entered Sosongo, is totally silent because of this same fear. His document was seized. Bo Herbert is nowhere to be found. Akwanga, all of these individuals are nowhere to be found. But you are still with your heads up, shoulders high. You're talking and you keep talking, and you're staying your ground. You've not deviated with your policy of thinking that the people of Ambazonia have the right to defend themselves with weapons. You're not backing down, not even for once have you acted like Apostle Peter, who denied Jesus. You have never denied Ambazonia. Talk to the people of Ambazonia. I've asked this question to you before, and I'm asking it again now that many things change. Before, when I asked, Claude and a few others were in jail, but as we speak now, those who were even speaking are no longer speaking. What is your secret? When you sleep like this, aren't you afraid that, okay, perhaps you want to take a neutrality standpoint, a middle ground, so that you're not probably indicted or detained, as some are planning that should be your fate?
Yeah. Pain is not a bad thing. It all depends on why you suffer pain. So it's such a subjective thing. When a woman is going through the pain of death, the pain, she is feeling the pain, but she's also smiling within. If you tell her to say, let's stop it here, since you are feeling the pain, she will say, who told you that? So that another pain, probably less than that, coming probably from a fire or coming probably from something that drops on somebody's leg, he will say, no, 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 I can't bear it. I can't bear it. So sometimes we are able to bear so much pain because of the price ahead of us. I mean, Jesus went through the pain, through all that he went through because of the price before him, which was the salvation of man. So for me, we have to search ourselves and know, why are we here? How did you come here? Was it just an opportunistic adventure that that got us involved? But some of us are people of very serious, deep convictions, people who are not rash in decision making, people who have to consult the seen and the unseen before they arrive on certain decisions. So it wasn't an accident. I was not pulled by the bandwagon to get involved. I took I took serious steps. I mean, right to the point where they were forming the governing council, I did not associate with any group of people. But I was working by my personal conviction on what is right and wrong in Amazonia and what needed to be done and the part I needed to play. So you can now, it all depends, the level, the speed and the distance we can cover depends on our driving force. What was the driving force of some of the people who stopped at mile 5? What was their driving force? What was their driving force of those who ended at mile 10? What was their driving force? That's the thing. We all involved in the same race, but we did not have the same driving force. So people they were dragged by their friends. Later on, they're trying to know what is this about, and then when they when they had the full understanding of what it was about, they left. So their 2 horsepower just took them to Hut 2, and that was all. They left. Some people were thinking of making some quick gains that were just going to, do a sprint and get to Boya, and they will be in charge of this. They'll be in charge of this. Maybe while they are planning to retire in the next 3 years, that they will just move and just go there and continue with an appointment. What was your motivation for? What was their motivation? Some people had gone to school to become president. It's ridiculous. The people have gone to school to study particular discipline just because they want to be leaders. And then when the struggle started, they did everything to be the leader. And when they did not succeed, what else was the motivation to continue? So it is the motivation, the driving force that keeps you long awake at night, that keeps you in a long distance race going. Even while you are tired, you keep pursuing. Is the objective. Is the objective is the driving force. Is which is your commitment to the cause. Some people are committed to their family. When the family said no, they leave. Some people were committed to this as a form of career. When they saw that was not coming soon, they lost the oil leaked and the engine could not run again. Some people were in this for many reasons. So it is your reason that your strong motivation that constitutes your driving force. That's what determines where I am. I believed from origin that I was serving the truth, that I was doing the right thing, both in the physical realm, in the human knowledge and human systems, and the divine side. I was doing the right thing. So I am not afraid to suffer for right. Some people say, oh, should they go now, you're going to run. That's just a natural instinct. But the way I am made, like the faith I have in God, I don't mind to suffer for right. Yeah. If you are a person who is not willing to suffer for what is right, then you are not a human being. You are not supposed to lead any cause. I am ready to suffer for what is right. And I know that people who are right can suffer certain things. If that be the case, I mean, God allows it to be so. No problem. No problem. There, I won't like to suffer for something that's wrong, for something that's bad, because I have no expectation of reward, either from the mankind that I serve or from the world beyond that I believe in. So I don't really. I don't fear. Yeah, I fear because there are evil people who can take black to be white, who can call right to be wrong, who can do whatever, even to the just on the righteous. I fear that kind of fear. That I will not be afraid for suffering unjustly. I will not be afraid because the unjust will suffer. The Bible says, though thou shalt be righteous, they shall suffer. Even the Bible says so. Even the Bible says so. So those that shall be ungodly, that shall be godly, shall suffer. Godly does not mean God just doing the right thing, shall suffer. So that kind of suffering is a good one. Because they can even kill me. Like they killed Martin Luther. Today his sculpture is in Mount Rushmore. And his date of death is a public holiday. Those who kill him, if they will come back to life today, they will start by saying we are sorry. So will that kind of thing happen? Yes, it will happen. I can't be afraid of that. If you're afraid of that, then what? Then will you live for what? You just be like a, like the wind. The wind just blow you anywhere. You stand for nothing, because if you stand for what is right, you will die. If you stand for what is wrong, you also die. So you stand for nothing. No, that's not it. You can't provide leadership. Leadership must be in leadership. You must know what is right. You will know the right direction, and then you follow it. If the bad things happen, well, it's only if God allows it, it will happen. But that is not a deterrent. The most important thing is to do what's right. I make sure that the whole world can misunderstand me, misunderstand us, can call me names. That if in that from my conscience, which is the first law of creation, I am doing the right thing. I don't care about that. I don't care about that, because there's nothing the world can say that can change who you are. No, unless you decide to change who you are. So that is my confidence. That is my advice to everyone who is still in this struggle. Let us suffer for what is right, if need be. But we cannot give up. We can't surrender. We can't cow. We can't cow down because somehow are good people not going to suffer certain things. No, it is better to suffer for the good than to suffer for evil. It's better to live for something good than to die for nothing.
That's amazing. Okay, Mr. President, I want us to talk diplomacy. Before we get into diplomacy, uh, I have tried twice to make you give an assessment of your leadership by yourself because of what I want to achieve, but you've not done so. But I would like to ask you directly right now. When you look at the leadership that you have offered Ambazonia for at least 7 years right now, and we've seen many others have fallen away, what would you say to yourself and to the people that you think should continue to invest their faith in you?
Yes, I'm just a guy who was born in Tico from parents that are originally from Boya, who came out of nothing, who found himself here. The only thing that guides me is to do the right thing. I don't, I will leave. The only thing I know how to do is to do what is right before God and man. Is to do what I am persuaded in my heart that is the right thing to do. So I cannot assess myself. I don't worry about assessing myself. I just do my best for God to do the rest. That's my motto. Do your best. When I wake up in the morning, I look at myself on the mirror. I tell myself, you do your best and God will do the rest. So tell it to everyone who is struggling, who wants to do something. The only thing God expects from me and you is our best. If He says I should give more than my best, it means you want me to die. Because I will just give you my best. Best in character, best in my effort, best in my input, best in my everything. I will do my best and God will do the rest. So if everybody does his best so that God will do the rest, we are going to make serious progress. But when we don't do our best and we expect God to do the rest, it means we are actually outsourcing everything to God. Say, God, why don't you do it? You are able. We are not able. No, there is part of it that depends on our effort. And for God to do the rest, you must do your best. So I will not assess myself. If my best is not good enough, if there's anybody who is acting on this principle and his best is better than my best, I encourage them to go ahead and do it. The trouble is that, let me tell you about the stars. There's no one star that wants to shine. And the first thing it wants to do is to quench another star in order to shine.
Yeah.
You see, no star has to shine by first of all quenching another star before it can shine. If that is the case,
Yeah.
then it is not a star.
Not a star. It's
It is
probably a moon
something
trying
else.
to.
It is not. It means something else. Stars just start shining. That's it. It doesn't matter how many myriad of them are there. So if somebody's best is good, some people will say, Sako is the one who is the obstacle. Just go ahead and shine. If you can raise more money, go and raise the money. If you have a better message, just wake up and start giving out your message. If you can organize properly, go ahead and just do it. Whatever you can, just do it. Some other person who is doing his best does not have to stop doing it so that you can do it. How? We need all of us to do that, to do whatever best we can. You don't have me, I don't have you to stop so that I can do it. No. So that is one thing we must all remember. We can all shine, and Amazonia will be a beam of light. Instead of trying to quench this one so that I can shine, if they don't quench him, then it's the obstacle. Quench the light so I can shine my own. Is it persuasive? Is it convincing? Okay, what if I quench my own and you have no light? So just go ahead and shine so that your own will be 1 plus 2 plus 3. So for me, just to summarize, I'm just doing my best. I don't know whether it's good enough. The one day there will be the story shall be written. History shall be written. If we fail to write it, those who come after us shall write it and read it. Whatever they give, if they say this was the worst thing that happened, no problem. I will not be blamed, not even before God, because I only did my best with what I had. I did not have to invent myself to do something more. But that's how I check myself every day. Let's continue to check ourselves and we will not fail the people we serve.
That's amazing.